recently.
Legit wonderful.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself.
Don't enjoy yourself. You're only allowing these people to just make more of this with this secret Saiyan who's stronger than freaking SS Blue Vegito.
Cool.
And he's just in the shadows and never mentioned and in his secret prison.
Cool. Cool.
This is what we're getting.
Yep. But people recognize it's a fun joke fluff. Who gives a shit? As opposed to, here's Jiren, the greatest villain I've ever seen.
But he is, though.
Cool. Yep. Get in there.
That sounds like a very similar to reaction that you just had about Dragon Ball Heroes, though, so I'm confused.
No. I was talking, DA showed me another Heroes thing, and I'm just like, cool. No. Super is trash.
There's the tenors of BG's cools that you have to like really listen for the subtlety. Cool is like, yeah, he's okay with it. Cool is he's pissed off at it.
We in there. Trunks and Vegeta's fuse. Cool. Get in there.
Jiren?
Yep. No.
Anything Jiren is like, nah. My girl Belle took me straight to the top.
Why am I not surprised, Belle?
They weren't ready for it. You almost lost to a Ganon.
You don't. That's the story of my life.
You're almost losing to a Ganon?
Almost losing the Ganon. Because if you, no matter who you are, you're always one hit away from almost losing to a Ganon. It's not fair.
Is Ganon really?
I'm just imagining like just milestone moments of your life, like graduating high school. You almost failed. It's just your teacher stamping an F on your paper. Doria!
Go to your job interview for your current job, and he's just waiting there behind the door, charging the kick, just waiting.
All right, let me open this door to the workshop. No! Pokemon had another little trailer thing. Showed off some new Dynamax forms, which are like the giant forms. Charizard looks fucking
so dumb.
I'm so
I
tired
hate
of
all
Pokemon.
of it. How y'all hitting 1,000 with all the humans and the Pokemon are just stinking up the joint. That coffin looks so dumb.
I like Dynamax Charizard. He looks pretty fucking
They
sick.
keep wheeling out Charizard.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm sick of it. Blastoise and Venusaur gets no kind of love. Char is always Charizard, and I'm sick of it.
It's because Charizard, man.
Yeah. Charizard the best.
He's not the best.
He is the best.
Charizard the best.
He's not.
But
He is.
So they showed off a bunch of different Dynamax forms, and they have ones for the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And I just love the fact that Let's Go Pikachu's Dynamax form is just original fat Pikachu.
Seriously,
It's
amazing.
all it is.
Can we talk about Meowths, though?
I hate it. It looks so stupid.
Long cat.
I hate it.
Very long cat.
Yeah.
Like, Pikachu's like, oh, okay, that's a cute callback. Meowth. Wait, guys, what the fuck?
That's that was the drugs finally kicking in. Like, they had some good designs, and then, like, at the peak of the creative portion of their high, they made Sirfetch'd, who's amazing. And then then they lost the buzz, and Dynamax Meowth came out of it. Robert Downey Jr.'s Doolittle.
Oh, did you
The
see
accent
the Reddit?
the accent is the thing.
Uh-huh.
See the Reddit stuff.
No.
Wait, what?
The Reddit stuff surrounding Doolittle. There was a dude that was working on a production company, and he just started releasing information. So the director was a piece of that clearly was out of his league and did not know what he was doing and
great.
micromanaging everything. So they would be shooting for the day, and the people would go, so where are the animals going to be placed? Because we need to know where Downey's going to be standing so we can place the animals there in post. And he goes, we'll figure it out. Just get this shot of shooting. And there's like 5 stories of that.
Interesting.
We'll feel it out. Great.
The dude ended it with, I don't know who the production company is that they brought in, but if they can make it even watchable, they all deserve a raise. So he's thinking this is gonna be a dumpster fire.
Interesting.
I'd believe it, which would be very sad for Downey. I feel like he'd just kind of be annoyed.
Who cares? He doesn't care.
He doesn't.
Need it. This dude is doing. This is a passion project out there.
Yeah.
He's just like, whatever. Freaking dog movie, polar bear. Let's rock it.
Yeah,
He don't need this.
He's set for life.
Oh yeah, he's done. He's 100% done.
If they just go, this guy's eating 5 devil fruits, nobody wants to see that. Because it's such a
you
drop
say
from
that.
the Oda quality.
You say that.
You say that, BG, but we got Jinbei fans out there.
You have
Pumping
Jinbei
they fist.
stands out there. People who stand
Everybody
Jinbei.
wants to see SS5 Goku.
Everybody's waiting for that next one.
I think people just want Super Saiyan 4 back.
Oh, definitely. It's the best form. It's the best form.
It's the best form.
I just
But nobody-
on that note, you guys just put out as the first episode of a new Revisited.
Oh, it was so fun. It
Was it,
wasn't
DA?
fun at all.
Was it?
I got so angry, and I'm like, I hate feeling this way. And then I just got drained of energy. I'm like, well, at least I know that I'm not a murderer or anything. It's like, all right, take me in, officer. I did it. Because I just got drained for like 5 minutes. I'm like, I gotta keep the energy up, and I'm just like, oh, BG, go on a huge rant. And BG's like, well, that sucks. Pause, look at me. I'm like, I'm done.
Oh no.
Take the ball, BG.
Oh no. No, sir.
You
Because
dribbling the rest of this shot clock out, my friend.
The issue with that was you went 4.5 minutes. We played about 20 seconds. I went for maybe 40 seconds, and then you jumped right back in. So I'm like, oh, he's got more in him. And then for the beginning of part 2, you go on another rant.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 201. You would think after last week we were like, this is where we start taking it seriously. Podcast is at 9. Wait.
1 second though. Hold up.
It's like, actually, though.
The 0 hour.
You say 9, I say 9.
9?
I get it.
It was a Hitler joke, you see.
All right.
Hitler, not just German, just Hitler.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
Germans
all
are
know what
Hitler.
that means.
Okay, here we go.
Episode 201 as our weekly reminder. Black Lives Matter and wear your fucking masks. Vaccines seem to
Yay.
be coming for
The
approval here
FDA
soon.
approved a vaccine, folks. The process begins.
Yes, it begins. But just, still wear your fucking masks. 'Cause
It's going to be a long time before it reaches the masses, A. And B, people are already PS5 in it like, y'all can get the vaccine early if y'all want. I'm going to wait for them to get the bugs out of them.
Wow.
Dude, I am so serious. People are like, I'm not taking the vaccine on the first run. I'm going to see what it does to people.
Homie, It's been through a month of trials.
Oh no, they
That's
don't
not
care
enough.
about all that scientific stuff.
Months.
If they believe that the in government created the coronavirus, you think they don't believe that the government pushed through a vaccine that doesn't actually do but help further control their minds?
What's funny is
Ralph.
that no. What's funny? I know all this. Trust me, because as a man who has enjoyed studying history throughout his entire life, it's the same thing every time there is a pandemic or a mass illness. Swine flu, there was similar context, but we go back to like pre-World War II era. It's the same deal with the Spanish flu. People refused to wear masks. It was a political thing, and half the country refused to get the fucking vaccine until some high-profile politicians on each side openly got it and talked about it. So this kind of shit is cyclic. It keeps happening. So it's just like, I know how this will play out because it plays out the same fucking way every time.
That's why Bush, Obama, and Clinton are all going to publicly get the vaccine.
But the unfortunate reality we live in is that we have a despotic ruler in power right now that kind of brainwashed most of the country. So until Trump and his children get the vaccine live on television, most of the people will probably not get it at all. But that's okay, because the rest of us will have the vaccine, and then they'll all die.
That's even the thing, though. Like, masks are still going to need to be a thing until a large chunk of people actually
the vaccine
inoculated.
is going to begin to be administered on Monday. According to a lot of scientific analysts, we could have up to 79 million vaccines administered by late March.
Oh, yeah, because that's the thing. It's a 2-dose thing, too, because you get your first dose, and then like a month or two later, you get your second dose. So, optimistically...
Nah.
The problem is it's not even so much getting people to do it, it's the ordered doses. The Trump administration has already been outed as having not ordered enough. They ordered X amount on the first round, but declined a second round of buyouts months ago. So now they're going to have to, it's going to fall probably under the Biden administration because Trump isn't doing anything anymore. He's letting everybody die on purpose. We're going to have to wait and see what Biden can push through, which that, of course, all depends on January's Georgia elections as well. So yay, American politics deciding who lives and who dies. It's great.
But yeah, optimistically,
Always has been.
No masks will be like this time next year. Optimistically,
even Fauci has said that the chance for a quote-unquote return to normal, and there's more detail in there, but I'm leaving it loose because it takes too long to fucking explain. But a loose return to normal, quote-unquote, could be expected to be seen by next November to December.
This time next year.
Yep. Well, I'm saying this is exactly what's been said by top leading officials. So that's their exact wording, pretty much. So there's people on each side of the fence who are just like, yay, we're almost there. And then there's ones that like, I don't trust no government.
I mean, we're already there. We're fine.
I hate you sometimes.
Dude, there was an anime convention like 2 weeks ago.
And the lead and most of his contacts are now sick with COVID.
It sucks because I like the voice actor. He's the chairman of the con, and it's just like, well, what are you doing, homie?
Will we know them from anything?
It's John Swaley. He's Crocodile.
Oh,
at least now you know he voted for Trump.
All right. So, Ralph, you apparently had a story. And he muted himself right as I asked him a question.
Yeah, boy, that's how it goes.
Politics done, Ralph done.
All right, we'll get back to that. He did have a story.
I do.
Okay.
No, there was a very angry cat at my door. Sorry.
Okay.
Mother, clean out this litter box.
No, it's
Meow
like,
mix, please deliver.
Whoa!
I said, please.
it's a fancy feast cat, actually. Come on now.
All right.
So
Meow mix, please deliver.
I haven't heard that one in so long, like at all.
Just that whole image in my head of just
Just a cat's paw banging at the door, not scratching, just banging.
Oh, that's my cat.
No,
No,
no, no,
cat.
no,
It's
Meow
Lance.
mix, please deliver.
I'm going one step further of like a cat holding a fork and a knife at a dinner table. Just, meow mix, meow mix.
Jesus.
Oh boy. Okay.
Like that cat meme with the lady.
Ooh. All right. Go ahead, Ralph. Sorry.
Whew. So, I'm sure, as people who've all worked in retail here, we can all respect the fact that most people who shop regularly at these stores genuinely suck. They're just trash creatures of habit.
Mm-hmm.
Vast majority.
Yes. Obviously, besides myself, have any of you been at a managerial level in a retail environment?
No.
Okay, so let me give you some context on what it means to be a retail manager in COVID era times. You know how usually, back pre-pandemic, you'd get a customer raging at you for something that, wasn't in your store, something that, maybe as a manager you might have some control over, right? But you'd never say that. So what happened to me yesterday was I was made Facebook famous in the town by a pro-mask lunatic who decided pro-mask lunatic who decided that good intentions weren't enough and that you need to destroy all who refuse to adhere to what you say in the moment. So the actual, image of a radical leftist. My company does not enforce the mask regulation. We, as a company, on the edict of our CEO, are not allowed to refuse service to anybody not wearing a mask. We are to request it via signage at the door, but no employee is permitted to enforce mask wearing on premises at all.
Good. My rights. I don't want to.
And the reasoning is because the owner does not want people fighting at the store.
Mm-hmm.
That was his reasoning. So you know what happened yesterday to me? I get paged to the front by my cashier to the sight of a younger woman, maybe late 30s, shaking in absolute rage. And she's like, you understand that there's a mask edict and you have to be enforcing it. People shouldn't be shopping here without masks. Most of everybody in here isn't wearing a mask. How are you letting them babbling at rapid fire speed?
What's funny is, why do you think that's a decision that you yourself make?
I'm getting there.
Snap! I forgot to put the sign up. My bad.
As a manager, you have to have a certain sense of, peacefulness and decorum and outward calmness when it comes to dealing with customers, because they pay your owner, not you. So what I tell her is, breaking it down, is like, listen, if it was up to me, I would, but unfortunately our company and our CEO does not allow us to enforce this. We are told to, request and heavily suggest, but we cannot enforce and remove anybody from premises. If and when that decision changes, we will be enforcing that up and down, but for now we cannot. Not my exact words, but pretty much a summation, right? I can see it. I can see it coming in her face because the shaking gets worse. And she just grabs her things and just goes like, okay, this isn't over. Okay. And just power walks out.
It most certainly is over, bitch. Get out.
About an hour later, I get a text from my boss with a screen cap with
Did they tell you to pick the winner?
The text of the message is just question marks. It is the town Facebook page, and the lady outed and blamed me, name dropped me specifically as, failure to enforce and failure to keep the town safe because of the quote unquote CEO.
She named you as the CEO?
No, name dropped me as the reason.
Oh.
Because I blamed the quote unquote CEO.
Mm.
Because as a store manager, I can override everything.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
So, that's circulating the town. People were sending my friends messages that are on the town group and know them, being like, hey, isn't this the guy that lives with you?
Oh, boy.
And I'm just sitting here like...
Was it a good picture, at least?
Not a picture of me. No, they just added me, my name.
Okay.
My name. They use my picture, just my name. But that's enough in a town maybe of 1,000 people.
This sounds like awfulness. I hate people, bro.
So my name's out there because there's only one of me. I guarantee there's no other Ralph in the entirety of this town. And I'm the only asshole that exists here that doesn't tell people what they want to hear.
I like how you went with Ralph and not your...
Yeah, the Iovino part.
Uber Italian last name.
That's what I was thinking.
You can't freaking spit in the wind without hitting an Iovino, but a Ralph. That's the problem.
I didn't want to just go out with the full name, but sure, But no, they actually use my last name because nobody here knows it.
How did that? What?
It's not on my name tag. I refuse to have it on there. So that's a conversation that I'm going to wait to see how it plays out, because that happened yesterday night. Today I'm off, and tomorrow I go back in.
It plays off with it in the mouth.
It's infuriating. It's infuriating because I am actually on her side, but I have a job to do, and the person who pays me dictates what I am and am not allowed to do. And if I deviate, I lose that job.
Yeah, it's just that easy. It's not... In a perfect world, everybody would be mashed up, but...
Exactly. In a perfect world, business owner
there'll be no corona. But
in a perfect world, every business owner is out for the better interest of every living person, not their own personal bias. Unfortunately, that is not how anything works. To blame people on the ground level is inherently wrong. It'd be different if I went there and said, "Oh, masks are useless and stupid. We're not going to. I don't think we need that here." Nothing of that kind ever came out of my mouth, but instead I was blamed for my company's policies. And I fail. If you're of a rational mindset, whereas you see that, okay, this mask thing is a problem, not wearing a mask is a problem, and you believe that, we should be looking out for each other, how does name dropping somebody who clearly was not against you help the situation? I get your frustration, but where does that help the situation?
Because now you're out of here. Now you get reprimanded, you get fired, and things continue just how they were before.
Name and shame.
Exactly. There's no change other than the individual you dealt with no longer being a problem for you directly. You've proven that you're nothing different from the opposing side of the fence you apparently dislike so much and are willing to fight against through any given moment and reason that you believe you have it handed to you. You're not even a good person. You're trash.
No, I can't say that. I can't say that because you don't know what that lady was going through. She could have just had somebody who died of COVID, and she's
understandable. But at the same time,
no, going through all that, I agree with her. Like her mindset, like 20%.
No, but just I can't even agree with that because even if that absolutely happened to you, the guy says, "I agree with you. It's our company's policy, and I can't do anything about it." And she just goes. And she just goes, "Well, your name's out there now. You can't agree with no."
In her right mind.
I don't care if she is. Then go get help.
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to discourage this little old lady.
I'm not gonna go up to somebody.
Popular podcast.
I'm not gonna go up to somebody on the street, going, "Oh, my heart," because my mom died of heart problems. It was part, yeah. Well, it was complications of the heart that aneurysmed into the brain.
You gotta get it right though.
It's the same.
No, they're two totally different organs.
The principle is the same.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah, it's not his fault. It's her fault. Shut the up, bitch.
No, but
you can sympathize with her, but you shouldn't accept that.
But
type
that could
of
also just be underlying mental illness.
Yes, that's the problem. No, that's even worse. So she
didn't know her. It's not like
there's 1,000 people there.
What does that mean?
No, she is.
I haven't even seen our neighbor on the right yet. I don't know if anybody lived there.
She was.
On the left.
Again, people who shop here are not foreign or alien to somebody like me who sees them every week, every other day, every 3 days, every 4 days. People have a shopping cycle they go through, and I know most of the town essentially that comes in anyway. This is a regular person who comes from an upper scale part of the town. The left side. I'm just call it that because I don't know where the actual upper side is. But no, she drives a newer car. She dresses well. She has a decent paying job. She is not one of the low-town yokels nor redneck. She actually has an education and uses it regularly when it comes to the conversation she has in the store. She's of the right state of mind. She just let her frustration get the better of her. So instead of using rational thought, what was done was the right-wing favoritism of reactionary effort. Rather than thinking about it and understand that, hey, this is a person who's just doing his job, you decided to swing out and name drop somebody who was, again, just doing their job without actually even meaning to hurt anybody, who could have implicated any change in policy. If I could, I would. I've actually, on multiple occasions, talked to both owners, fought with one of them, that we should be doing this. But the owner, who is an avid Trump supporter, doesn't believe it's necessary. We shouldn't be policing people. But policing his employees is a different matter.
Of course.
Again, people's selfishness knows no bounds, and that happens on both sides of the fence. And it's disgusting.
Oh, boy.
And aggravating. So, here's my story.
Understandably. So, now that is out of the way, I hope this gets solved.
In the most funny way possible. I agree with you, Mike.
I'm a quote Scruffy from Futurama. I'm responsible for a lot of things here. Fire me if you dare.
I just hope everybody comes out of this with their kneecaps.
Nah, I want the goof. I want the comedy. I want to turn on the news and see local Trump supporter, and it's just the worst picture of Ralph available.
It's him from his Naruto videos when he was Where the did they find those?
Dude, rising up. Local Trump support
rises up.
Dude.
That goof would be worth it.
But only it has to be a level 10. It can't be a level 6.
Yeah, it can't be kind of a goof.
No, it has to be all the way up there.
In today's news, corpse found hanging in tree.
Woo, boy. All right. There was a fuck ton of news yesterday. This is the longest this document that I have has been. I spent at least 2 hours, which is like, okay, type this in, type this in, type this in, type this in. So I'm going to start with all the Disney crap, and then we'll go into the Game Awards and then the Game Award announcements.
You mean the Star Wars crap?
Ridiculous.
There's more.
Silly.
There's as much Disney stuff, too.
Bruh, that's a sad statement.
You know,
there's
fair.
as much Disney stuff as Star Wars stuff.
That's fair.
Ridiculous.
So, actually, I'll go through the 3 non-Disney and/or Game Awards things. They released a trailer for Nobody, which is starring Better Call Saul actor Bob Odenkirk. Actually, looks pretty darn good. I was thinking like, oh, just another Taken type story, but actually looks interesting. There was a Sonic animated series teased by Netflix. They put up a tweet, immediately deleted it. I was thinking it might get announced at the Game Awards, but it did not. So rumors on that. And then Funimation has officially bought Crunchyroll for $1.2 billion.
That Funimation app ought to be fire, y'all.
Remember
The Flash, though.
there was, was it dig.com that sold for $1 million like
Yep.
a decade ago?
Mm-hmm.
What a time. All right.
Oh,
So-
there's one more thing.
Mhm.
Tiny Zeus Lister died. Big sad.
Oh, yeah.
Debo from Friday.
Mhm.
Ridiculous.
Boy, 2020.
It ain't over yet.
It's really not.
Okay, going through this list, and I probably missed shit as a caveat. Bunch of different Disney Plus shows got announced. There is going to be a Princess Tiana show, Princess and the Frog, a Zootopia show, Zootopia Plus, a
I'm
Baymax.
looking forward to that. That seems at least interesting. I like the world of
Yes.
Zootopia.
That actually, these next 3, like Princess Tiana, I'm happy for people that are big fans of that movie. I just have not seen that movie. But yeah, excited for Zootopia. Baymax, there's a Baymax show coming, which give me more of that Big Hero 6 universe, and a Moana show coming.
I could take or leave that one.
I'm not hearing no Coco, so I'm not hearing BG giving it.
What more could you do in that world?
There's a whole
was a-
dead world. What do you
It was
mean?
an open and shut case.
Yeah,
you
for
got what you
Miguel.
wanted.
Yeah, for Miguel.
So you would want something else in that world, just not with the
Yeah, I don't
characters?
need them.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
A Aliens TV show is coming to FX. There are 4 more seasons of It's Always Sunny in production.
Yeah.
That show legit is never gonna end. This is gonna be the next Simpsons.
It's not going to end until what's his name dies.
DeVito.
DeVito's
DeVito.
kicking. He around forever.
Even when DeVito dies, they're gonna make a joke about it in the series. They're gonna hold the whole funeral and then roll his dummy body out with his toupee that they use in the show.
Don't care at all.
Yeah, and they're gonna go. This is what Danny would have wanted.
100% Danny would be fine with it.
Raya and the Last Dragon is coming to Disney Plus and theaters. Cue movie theaters probably pitching a fit in like the next week. A new animated film from Disney Animation is coming, Enchanto, which is I guess set in Colombia. Peter Pan and Wendy, new Disney Plus show with Yara Shahidi as Tinkerbell and Jude Law as Captain Hook. That I like.
Weird one.
Pinocchio live action. They announced that Tom Hanks is going to play Geppetto. A bunch of Little Mermaid, Little Mermaid live action cast announced.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't really care too much, but that's happening. A Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers hybrid animated live action movie got announced.
Dang it. You said Chip and Dale. And I went, oh, hybrid. Oh.
That's
John,
an head shake.
John Mulvaney as Chip and Andy Samberg as Dale.
You mean John Mulaney?
Yes. Sorry.
Did you say Wolfane?
Yeah, I just read it wrong. I actually
Wow.
had it spelled right. Dude, I'm just reading. There's so much shit here, man. Disenchanted, a sequel show to the movie Enchanted, is coming to Disney Plus. Amy Adams returning as Giselle. This is a weird one. A Lion King prequel for the live-action Lion King is in
Whoa.
development.
All right.
Why?
What's weird about that? What's
Why?
the problem? What do you mean? What's the problem?
Why?
It's the origin story for Scar and how Mufasa became the leader of the Pride or some bullshit. I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go on.
it's gonna make money, and I'm kind of interested in at least
they're
where it
also
goes.
doing
I'm like, you
Lion
mean where
King
it
2.
went? Because
They're doing Lion King 2 live action as well, so they're doing both.
Why? Is it gonna be Simba's Pride? Because I hope not. Just make a whole new one.
No, it's Lion King 2.
Is it Simba's Pride?
Yes, from what they were talking about.
Throw it in the trash.
Deception. That needs to be.
Oh, dude, I will walk in that movie theater the second that starts playing, and I will walk out the second that it ends. I want no part of that movie except for that song.
That makes sense for you.
The scar on his face. I don't remember the first part.
evil as plain as the scar on his face.
Good on you for remembering.
That song is the hypest, Mike.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even know what you're talking about, so.
Hocus
Have you not seen Lion King 2? Really? But that's your movie. But you know what? I have not seen Mulan 2, so that's... Sounds like we need a sequel day. Have you seen 1.5? No. Really? 1.5 is good. Okay.
Yeah.
But then again,
Yeah.
it's good enough. That's probably not a great. Hey, I can't say that for a lot of straight to DVD or VHS Disney films. This is very true.
Is that printed on the box?
It's good enough.
In gold letters, it's good enough. TV Guide
says. Hey, it ain't Return of Jafar. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Ain't Cinderella 2. Oh boy.
Electric Boogaloo.
Hocus Pocus 2 officially announced.
Yeah.
People have
it's off the book.
Nostalgia about that crap.
No, they're basing off the book. It's the book. It's actual plot. It actually works. It actually should be good if they do it right.
And I think from what I've read, the original actresses for the witches are coming back. I think.
Yep.
I love the first movie, so as long as it's good, I will be a happy camper. Indiana Jones 5 officially announced with Harrison Ford coming back. Why?
Goodness gracious.
Let it die. He's probably coming back just to die on screen like he did in Star Wars.
Like, I'm hoping he just, like, is basically acting as Sean Connery from Indy 3, I believe.
Yeah, but who would play the kid?
A reduced role? It was Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, they
who's not in a good place at the moment. Now we get on to the Marvel section.
Wait.
Oh, what'd I miss?
iCarly is having a revival. Go on.
Okay.
Let's 30-minute discussion time.
Now let's get into the deep lore of iCarly.
That smoothie with the ostrich has a deeper meaning.
Ralph officially knows more about iCarly than I do.
I know that meme.
The meme, dude.
I've never.
I don't even know the meme.
Yeah.
Really? What do you got there?
iCarly and friend walks into a room and they go, "What you got there?" And there's an ostrich and a dude, and he just goes, "Smoothie." Instead of addressing the ostrich.
I've seen that meme a billion times.
He addresses the smoothie.
Yeah.
And that's where the funny comes in.
Like there's the recent one I saw is it's Mitch McConnell in the election results, and it's like, "What you got there?" And it's a smoothie.
Okay.
Like it's got a million different utilizations,
right.
but
I know
you've never seen
zero of them.
Same here.
Oh, interesting.
All right. On to the Marvel stuff. We had a new trailer for WandaVision. Still looks good. That's all I can say. We got our first trailer for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I am like this, WandaVision, The Mandalorian, some of the other Star Wars stuff. I am liking and am probably going to end up preferring Disney basically throwing a blockbuster movie budget at these shows because you get more of it. The scene of Falcon flying through the mountains as like a helicopter's firing missiles at him looks like it should be in a Marvel movie. So except for all right.
Okay. Freck's real pretty.
Hey,
Give
sometimes
me a good story. Give me a good show. The Boys looks real wonky sometimes.
Great show.
Great show.
The comic is fucked up.
I should read it, but I'm currently finally getting into Naruto again.
Yeah.
Hey, I finished both Bleach and Fairy Tail, so it's time for Naruto. I literally just started. I'm at like chapter 3.
Okay, because I finished reading through Naruto like a month ago, so.
Yeah, I reread Kenichi, and then I went, okay, it's time for Naruto.
Oh, I need to reread Kenichi.
No, you don't.
Oh,
No, you don't.
Where did you stop?
With what?
In Kenichi.
I reread Kenichi.
Oh, you read it? Oh boy.
Yeah.
There's a bit of exacerbation in your voice there. Just like,
dude, after that tournament arc, after the island tournament, it goes completely to shit.
I would argue it goes to shit right when Appa doesn't die.
He 100% should have died.
Oh, yeah.
And I was rereading it, and I was like, all right, let me look at it from a lens of like years later. No, just kill him. Because it's not like he really does anything after that anyway.
Yeah.
So just kill the guy.
Yeah.
You were willing to kill that glasses master, but you can't kill Appa? Just kill him.
Yeah, the fight from both Appa Chai and then the evil dude and then Kenichi and the disciple, that was great. Up until Appa Chai lived. Then after that is when I can definitively say, for me, the manga took cliff dive.
And there were a lot of good parts in it, but it just felt like, where's the end?
Yeah. It was basically those good parts were like a gasp of breath from drowning.
Yeah.
All right.
So, time for Naruto.
Enjoy that shit.
I won't.
I know you won't.
You will for a little bit.
Oh, we talked before. Where did we decide again? Where did we all agree that the drop in Naruto happens, like, consistently died? Because I remember we all came to a very good consensus on this.
I don't remember because it's just like there's so many things that could be said as the drop.
I'm going to say that Naruto starts going down in the Rescue Sasuke arc.
Yeah.
That's when it starts getting bad.
I think the moment that they come out the room, we're like, Choji's alive. That's when it's just like, I.
Now, the moment I can say that from that point on, there was almost no good was Sasuke Deidara. After that,
I was coming back. I was coming back to that.
I'm pretty sure that's what we all agreed. It never came back from.
Like, as soon as the lens really started focusing on Sasuke.
Shika fight's amazing. All that stuff.
That's before.
It was before?
The Shika Akatsuki dude?
It's like that's like right before.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yep. That fight ends and then it transitions immediately away from being Naruto's story into Sasuke's.
Because I'll say like 3 out of the 5 early Shippuden fights are really good.
Yep.
And that's including Sakura's fight.
Yep. With
3 out of the 5 are like super good. Sasori,
that's it, yeah.
No.
No.
The manga. Oh, go ahead.
I would say after BG said the lens shifts to Sasuke during the Deidara fight. Mike said that? Yeah. After that point, the series never made a return back to any quality because it stopped being about Naruto and it started being about Sasuke more majoritively.
It's like the last thing that I remember liking, like really like going like, I like this, was the Pain Naruto fight.
I was just about to say, the manga does it quite terribly, but the Hinata confession in the anime is good.
Yeah.
In the manga, it's like 3 panels, but you get to see her fighting and struggling and all that stuff. And Naruto don't give a That's the problem. But the Hinata stuff, that's good. That's good stuff.
Yep, and right after that in the anime is when the animation team just took all the drugs.
Dude, whack a pain.
Whack-a-Pain, Pain the Hedgehog. Ooh. Yeah, I would, cause yeah, the Hidan, what's the other dude's name?
Kakuzu.
Yeah, Kakuzu fight. That's where Naruto uses the Rasen Shuriken for the first time.
Yep.
And then after that, he trains, Pain attacks, and then I think right after that is when we go Sasuke time, and then he fights Killer Bee, and then fights Deidara. Or it might be Deidara and then Killer Bee.
Deidara is before he joins Akatsuki.
Yes, you are correct, actually, yes. All right.
Everybody in Akatsuki's dead when Sasuke joins.
True. Moving back to all this fucking news. Marvel What If got a trailer, and it actually has a voice line from Chadwick Boseman. I think this is the last project that he worked on before he passed away. We have a trailer for Loki. We got announcement for She-Hulk that they are bringing back Tim Roth as Abomination, and Mark Ruffalo is joining the show, with a rumor that more lawyers are going to be a part of the show, which means more than likely Daredevil is going to be making an appearance.
He's in fucking Spider-Man, so I mean, hey.
They showed a Miss Marvel featurette with a few shots from the show with the new actress. They announced that Miss Marvel is going to be in Captain Marvel 2. They announced that a Fantastic Four MCU movie is in production.
Why? Who still cares about the
I love the Fantastic Four.
Dude,
I love Mr. Fantastic.
At what point do you hope?
When the MCU...
There's 0 out of 4.
Technically, there's 0
Oh my goodness, it's 4! Come on now!
No.
That's a sign!
Technically, it's like 1 out of 3, because one of them is just real low budget, but it's actually a pretty good movie.
It wasn't supposed to be seen.
And the other ones are franchises, and it's within the franchise that is terrible, as opposed to just going, it's 4 terrible movies.
Okay, but can you say that Fan Stick is one of the bottom 5 superhero movies of all time?
All time that I've seen. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
At what point do you give up?
Maybe not.
Well,
maybe not.
Wait, hold on. This is Marvel, though. They've not really had much experience in failing a movie yet.
Captain Marvel.
Pretty
white
bland. And you guys are anti Black Panther.
I didn't say it was bad. I just didn't like it.
I just don't think it's very good.
I thought it was fine.
I
didn't think it was amazing. I wouldn't call it.
Have you rewatched it recently?
I rewatched it when you guys were trashing it. And
I rewatched it about 2 weeks ago. I can say it's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not great. But I can say now that I don't think it's terrible.
It has a lot of problems.
It does have problems, but it's still passable.
It has a lot of problems, but I still really like it.
The final fight is terrible.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the final fight is the weakest part. To be honest, the entire end fight is the weakest part. The rest of the movie was kind of entertaining.
Oh yeah, they're basically cartoons.
It's
buns.
They needed to make it less about the suit and more about the character, but they decided to go with digital effects for, digital effects' sake.
John Watts is going to be the director of the Fantastic Four movie. He worked on the last 2 Spidey MCU movies.
There's hope.
Ironheart show is coming to Disney+.
Can't wait for that.
Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania officially announced. Ant-Man 3, basically, with Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. Christian Bale is playing Gore the God Butcher in Thor Love and Thunder. Secret Invasion show is happening with Nick Fury and the Skrulls. Basically, there's a subset of evil Skrulls that are invading everywhere. And then for Black Panther 2, they announced that they are not recasting Chadwick Boseman.
No,
for
it's
T'Challa.
gonna be Shuri, but she's got her own issues right now.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah,
She's an anti-vaxxer.
Oh.
she's not really anti-vaxxer as much as those people that are like, I'm gonna wait. I need proof.
She tweeted out a bunch of anti-vaccine shit and immediately deleted it when it caught flack.
Okay. And then last I actually missed this for Disney news. Lightyear was announced, which is the character Buzz Lightyear's origin story, not the toy, the character, starring Chris Evans. Which
odd choice.
A lot of people are like, well, what about Tim Allen? And then it's just like,
Tim Allen, he's probably dead.
No, he's not dead. He's just under lots of scrutiny.
Shh. Tim Allen is dead.
All right, and then the slew of Star Wars news.
Gotta unfurl another list?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Dude.
I'm sorry, I'm not looking forward to a majority of any of it.
The Obi-Wan show announced that Hayden Christensen is coming back as Darth Vader. There was
why? Come on now, leave it alone.
Paycheck, man.
No, I'm saying, wouldn't it be better if the last time they saw each other was during, or unless it's just going to be him overseeing the deaths? I don't know what they're going to do. But
they could have it in the show and them never meet.
They're going to make them meet 100%.
I hope not.
No, they're gonna.
Yeah, we shall see. There is a Ahsoka show being set in the Mandalorian timeline, starring Rosario Dawson.
Ridiculous.
A Rangers of the New Republic show that is set in the Mandalorian timeline with Gina
It's
Carano's
funny,
character.
actually. We were watching that episode last week, and me and my friend said at the exact moment, "Oh, they're setting up a spinoff with her right now."
Mm-hmm.
And then we got that announcement. We're just like, well, that's easy to read.
A Star Wars Rogue Squadron movie got announced. A Lando Calrissian Disney Plus show got announced.
Nobody. Okay.
A show just called The Acolyte got announced. It's something Jedi related. Have no idea. Star Wars Andor. A Rogue One prequel with the character from that movie got announced. A animated show called The Bad Batch, which seems to be like early Empire following a group of clones, got announced. Star Wars Visions, which is a anime short bunch of short movies like Halo Legends or Gotham Knight, got announced. And then A Droid Story, which a show that follows R2 and 3PO, got announced.
Of course.
Nobody needs it.
Drink up, babies. This is exactly what you want. Bruh, you should have saw the clapping. This is exactly what people want.
Don't get it.
And that's
Star Wars fans will drink, and they're like dogs where they will eat themselves to death.
Yeah, it's like essentially the same as just saying, okay, yeah, Bakugo's getting his own spin-off series off of My Hero. That's it. Like I'm tired. I'm tired of these subpar characters getting so much focus and side stories.
okay. Now we can move on to the Game Awards.
It was really good.
I keep getting told that.
The
I keep getting
announcements were
told
good.
that.
The announcements.
I
were
wouldn't
good.
know. I think the Game Awards itself was good. It was just, here's what's coming up. Here's a world premiere. Here's the nominees. Here's the winners giving a speech. Here's a little joke. And repeat.
Oh, the Game Awards itself were good, not the actual award designations, you're saying.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That is
Okay.
what I'm referring to.
There we go. Yeah, that's what I thought he meant.
So let's see. Let's just start at the top. Okay, let's go from the bottom up. So we'll go through the winners of the awards, and then we'll go through the announcements. So we have Content Creator of the Year, which went to Valkyrae. Best Esports Athlete went to Heyo Showmaker Sue for League of Legends. Best Esports Coach, Danny Zonic Sorensen for CSGO.
Polite
Yes.
claps.
Actually, I want to pause here real quick, Mike, because I actually want to quiz you on something when it comes to the streaming contest. There, did you know anybody else on that list? But just off the top of your head,
For
Not
content
a
creator,
single person.
yeah, for the content creator, the one that Valkyrie won.
I knew Alana Pierce. That's it.
You don't know Nick Merckx.
Nope.
Okay, the better way for me to put that is you don't remember Nick Merckx.
Nope.
You played Gears of War with him, with me and Kevin.
Oh wow, really?
He's a former Gears pro.
Okay. Did not know
He's
that.
a dick. You played with him.
Oh wow. Interesting. Yeah.
That's why I'm like, do you remember him?
Nope.
Off chance? Okay, there we go.
Not at all. Got Best Esports Event. The winner went to League of Legends World Championship 2020. Best Esports Game, League of Legends. Best Esports Team, G2 Esports for League. Best Esports Host, FG. This is a Slavic name. FG
Shocks.
Shocks.
FE Shocks.
FE Shocks. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Best Game Direction. Now this is where we get into some
Bullshit.
This is the start of a trend. The best game direction, which was FF7
Fuck.
Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, and The Last of Us Part 2.
Fuck The
went
Last of
to
Us 2.
The Last of Us Part 2.
Fuck The Last of Us 2.
A lot of...
BG, I'm begging you. I am begging you. Come on now. You could burn through it legitimately in a
But
day.
Persona 5.
I do not care.
Royal.
I do not care.
The Royal.
BG, you have to.
But the
Come
Royal.
on now.
But yeah, a lot of people, like, obviously people are pissed about other awards, but I've been seeing a lot of flack for this one in particular just
Game
because
direction.
of how much fucking crunch that
Oh,
Naughty
yeah.
Dog put its workers through.
The memes that came out of it showed me who won before I'd even heard a single blip about the Game Awards.
Mhm.
Now, here's the thing. People confuse direction with like management.
Well, that's what
They-
if you read the description of the award, it involves that.
But it's like game innovation and all this extra shit.
Well, there's
It's not just
there's an award for innovation and other stuff. It's a part of it. And when how you approach a project involves so much crunch, when there was just an article where the Supergiant, the developers of Hades, do not crunch at all and force their employees to take a mandatory 20 days vacation, of which they have unlimited days of vacation. And they super focus on the mental health and the well-being of their employees. People are very, very pissed off about this.
And Hades is a game that has ridiculous scores. It is a insanely good game for what it is.
I still need to play it.
I've watched a whole bunch of streams. It seems like a fun game, and everyone who's played it is addicted and just absolutely stuck to it. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, this is an example of a game winning not on merit, but on hype. The Last of Us 2 was not a good game. Wasn't. It really was not an actual good game. It was only popular because of its hype.
why was it not a good game?
There was no part of anything I saw of that game that made me say, I need to play it.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. I could have said the exact same for The Last of Us 1.
See, I couldn't. But
Why
then
not?
again, it comes down to personal preference. I can say I don't think it was a great game. That is my
Yeah, no, that's
opinion,
fine.
obviously. Yeah.
But I'm saying,
when go ahead.
I'm just saying, as far The Last of Us, in all honesty, was very dry.
Yeah.
It lived and died by Joel.
Yeah.
And the only reason I ever picked up that game again is for multiplayer.
Multiplayer. Same
I have
here.
no interest in ever playing through that story mode again.
Yeah.
Because it's just super dry. And The Last of Us 2, from what I had played so far, which was like 3 hours, was super dry.
Oh,
Yep.
So what's the difference?
Yep, there isn't. I liked The Last of Us 1. It's not a
I did too.
favorite. Yeah, it's not a favorite of mine. I wouldn't call that one game of the year back when it came out either. I can say people, when this is one of those games where the hype and the fandom cloud the actual merit.
Is that true? Because I hear more people shitting on it than people going, yeah.
Because this, like, and that's the thing too. Like, fan voting only accounted for 10% of the total score of who won whatever award. It's a panel of journalists and industry insiders, which I think is the problem.
That hype colors perception.
I don't know. Like, I think initially, but then once all of the bad news started coming out, I think that colored it more.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't.
You
I
don't.
can answer your questions, BG.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between 1 and 2? Wait, what was the question? Why is it bad? Why is it good?
Yeah, why is it not a good game?
Oh, I can tell you. Like you said, the last one, 2, according to you, wasn't that good of a game. There's almost zero innovations within this one.
Innovations like what? What was in the first one?
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's basically the first one with in terms of gameplay. And
so with the first one, it was the same.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean it's the same.
No.
I mean the first one did not innovate on anything.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying it's more of the same. Number one,
Lack
and
of
number
innovation.
two, and number two, like I said, it lives and dies by Joel and Ellie. You don't have that relationship, so it's even more double dry. It's a whole McDonald's biscuit.
Does it live and die by Joel and Ellie, or does it live and die by relationships?
No, Joel and Ellie.
A very specific relationship.
You like Bill? Who's standing?
No. I mean relationships of the main characters.
Oh no, I think it's Joel and Ellie.
Yeah, no, it was Joel.
So it's probably he lives and die by Joel rather than Ellie.
No, because you got the hot and cold, you got the sweet and the spice. You get to see Ellie slowly chipping away at his cold exterior.
Yeah,
that's Joel.
Yeah, no, but it wouldn't happen without
their mutual interaction that dictates Joel's character transition. So you can't weigh one without the other.
I'm saying I think Last of Us lives and dies by emotion.
Yeah, but that folds into character.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you play the second one so that you could further that opinion? That we might maybe do a Last of Us 2 month, mayhaps. I don't know. I'm just talking out loud. But play the game. That's all I'm saying. I'm not forcing you to play it, but what I got to do to make you play it?
Yeah.
Will, you took so long to play this game and watch this, and then we're just gonna go back and forth, and nobody's gonna win. This is the way it always goes, BG.
It's not about winning. It's about just getting it out there. The amount of games I've recommended to you.
But you know for a fact that I'm a bum.
Oh,
are you a bum?
When it comes to Last of Us 2, absolutely.
Oh, that's an asterisk, my dude. Let me ask you the question again. Are you a bum?
I'm gonna go yes.
Okay, that's all I need to hear.
When it comes to video games, absolutely.
Okay, that's fine.
Because
that's fine. As long as you accept it and know it, I got nothing to say to you.
My backlog is like 65 deep, and yet here I am playing the last one. I'm in Persona 4.
100%.
All right.
As long as you accept
hey, but Paradise Killer was super hype.
All right, let's go through the rest of these awards. Innovation and accessibility. Last of Us Part 2 won, but like that one I didn't have any knowledge of, so I can't really talk to that.
It's actually really, really good with the.
Okay. Best community support went to Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. I think that is well deserved.
Oh yeah.
Best mobile game, Among Us.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
I didn't like it.
Yeah,
quite dumb.
The fact that it doesn't get nominated for some of these other ones, I'm just like, nah.
That seems like a pity award. Like y'all gonna get y'all award, but it's gonna be for this.
They got another one too.
It won best multiplayer, didn't it?
It did. The only other game that I could see winning best mobile would be Genshin Impact of the ones that are listed. Best indie game went to Hades.
Yep.
Best fighting game went to MK11 Ultimate.
How you feel about that?
Disgusting.
No, you didn't.
It didn't come out this year, so how's that fair?
Okay, One Punch Man then, right?
No,
No?
it should be in them's fighting herds.
But Saitama he can't be beat. Like Zabu's a sword.
No,
That commercial haunts me.
it haunts everybody. I was a part of one of the Naruto forums back in the day during that time, and there was so many links, and it would be like, Link got Zabu's a sword. You cannot be beat. Dude, it was so many memes around that.
Best sim strategy went to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Super deserved. Best role-playing game went to Final Fantasy VII Remake. It was either that or
Poop
P5
directly
Royal.
into my butt. Poop.
It was
Oh?
it was a very good game.
Are you displeased with this?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Would you like? Do you feel strong enough to explain why? Because I'm actually curious.
No, I've never played Final Fantasy VII Remake.
You don't need to. Oh, the remake? I don't know.
no.
The remake might be.
I just know that I played Royal, and I believe that to be the best JRPG of all time. And I don't believe that, based upon what I've seen from 7, especially since it's an incomplete game, that it could beat that.
See, that's the bit of information I can't argue. It is an incomplete game. It's part of a game.
Yeah.
So I respect that.
Best.
So
audio-
DA and I were going through our
Go ahead.
whether Fast Forward was actually bottom 5. We're at like 6 of them, and it's still not even there.
Mm.
I could make an argument for some of them.
Which one?
Green Lantern for sure. I
Green
could make an
Lantern
argument.
is not as bad as people say.
Yes.
It's just not very good.
The movie?
Yes.
Oh,
Best audio design went to The Last of Us Part 2. Should have been Doom Eternal. Games for
audio.
Impact. Games for Impact went to Tell Me Why. Best multiplayer went to Among Us. Super deserved. It was either that or Valorant for me.
We would know. We need to get a game together.
I've been trying forever.
Best narrative went to
No.
The Last of Us Part 2.
Absolutely.
oh, really? DA, what should have won?
I don't even know what the other nominees are.
Hades,
Pick one of them.
Ghost of Tsushima, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim.
I ain't playing none of them. I ain't seen none of them. Pick any of them.
It probably should have been Ghosts.
It should have been
Probably.
Ghost.
I really need to play Ghosts. Is it on sale?
Freaking Samurai 8 should have won over that.
Let's cool them jets a little bit.
Best art.
We're all a little heated right now, but come on now.
Oh God!
Wow. Best art direction went to Ghost of Tsushima. It's an award that The Last of Us Part 2 did not win. Holy
Thank
shit.
God.
It was either that or that, Hades, or Ori should have, like, those are the three that was like, yes, those should win. Best action game went to Hades.
Yeah.
Only other
deserved.
one that I would say, Doom Eternal, out of the list that's there. Best VR AR, Half-Life Alyx, that was super expected. Best sports and racing, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, super expected. Best ongoing went to No Man's Sky, which was surprising but deserved.
I didn't think it was too surprising.
It's been going up quite a lot.
Oh,
They've been really, really trying.
Mm-hmm. Best
There's been
performance.
so much effort.
Yeah. Best performance went to Laura Bailey as Abby from The Last of Us Part 2.
Which that I say is deserved.
Yes.
Yeah, she did a really good job.
From all the clips and whatnot and bits of the game I've watched played, that she did amazing.
I no longer care about performance from Game Awards because Connor should have won last year, so I don't care anything about that.
Oh
crap.
no. But he was a robot.
And he was such a good robot. Of course, I'm a machine detective.
What did you think I was?
What did you think I was?
Who are the other people in that category?
Ashley Johnson as Ellie from The Last of Us. Daisuke Tsuji as Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima, Logan Cunningham as Hades from Hades, and then Jeter as Miles Morales from Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Okay, Miles was good.
Yeah.
I haven't
Boy, that
seen
game was
that
not
game
worth
yet.
$60.
It was $40.
Not worth $60.
Yeah. What did I pay?
Indeed, DA, it's not worth $60.
You pay 40.
I don't think I paid 40.
You can't even buy the Ultimate Edition on PS4.
Okay, yeah, no, it was 40. Boy, that game ain't worth $40.
Oh,
What's it worth?
30? I'd say 30. I beat it in a
350.
sitting, and I was just like, okay, that's it. And it's not. It wasn't innovation. No innovation. It was basically the same thing.
that's the term for this podcast: innovation.
Pichu.
Best debut game went to Phasmophobia.
Ugh,
I know Ralph is not a fan of the game.
that game is fucking terrible.
I hear a lot of goodness about it.
Yeah, same here.
Dude, my friends have been begging me to buy it and play it with them, and every time I watch anything to do with that game, I want to go to sleep.
All
It
right.
is awful looking to me.
Best family game: Animal Crossing: New Horizons. No surprise. Best action adventure: The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah! 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 What's sad is they have said that action adventure games, if it's one of the best action adventure games, it's one game of the year the past like 3 years or 4 years. You
It's not
guys are
shocking.
bums when it comes to action adventure. Pick some other categories. There's some good games out there. Jesus Christ.
Star
Nah.
Wars Jedi Fallen Order was actually super good. Ghost of
It was.
Tsushima, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
That game is so good.
One Piece Pirate Warriors 4.
Okay.
Best
Hey, they-
score.
Oh, he's coming next week.
Best score in music, which a lot of people were kind of giving some flack that they put this in the pre-show, which I think it might. I'm hoping it's just because of this year. Basically, they couldn't have like the performances like they usually do in the ways that they normally do. This went to Final Fantasy VII Remake, which everything on this list except The Last of Us Part 2 to me had a good shot of winning. Which was Doom Eternal, Hades, and Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And then, Game of the Year, The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Honestly, it should have been either Hades or Animal Crossing to me. Animal Crossing, by virtue of it probably helped people from mental breakdowns over this year.
Oh, the entirety of the start of quarantine can be knocked up to Animal Crossing and people like stay sane.
Yes. So that was the award winners this year. Last of Us Part 2 is I was trying to make a joke and I can't. I'm just not happy. Here's to next year, 2021. All right. Announcements. So I think it starts from the pre-show and goes all the way through the night. Devolver Digital announced a new indie game, Loop Hero. We have the director's cut of Sea of Solitude, which I remember when I saw it was like, hey, this looks really good. But then I forgot about it, and now I saw it again. And I still want to play it. So once it actually comes out, a lot of stuff's coming out in March. There was a lot of dates for a lot of shit in this that were like March, coming out March. It's gonna be a busy month.
The vaccines,
Yeah.
the games.
Shady Part of Me, launch trailer for PlayStation. They showed gameplay for Nier Replicant, the remake. Looks very akin to Nier Automata, which give me. I'm all for that. They announced a dragon aerial battle multiplayer game called Century Age of Ashes.
Oh, I was saying, is it a follow up to Legend of Dragoon? Is that what's happening? No.
Nope.
Okay.
And then we get into the main show announcements, which they start right off the bat with the new Smash character, and it is announced that it is Sephiroth. I'm actually pretty fucking excited.
Shut up. So you can't have an opinion.
Yes, you can.
No,
you
can't.
Up here talking about Rambo and all this. Oh no, that was Chris.
No, that was Chris.
Yeah, okay. Melina and all that.
That's just because of the baby.
Just because, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that opinion.
Sephiroth. Yeah. Yeah. His range seems a bit much, honestly. From being honest.
As long as the map.
I'm not digging that. Yeah, like I've been saying all up and down town, I'd rather it be somebody that I know and have some sort of at least passive familiarity with, as opposed to somebody like Violet, who I'm just like, who the are you? Boo, thumbs down.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, at least from we'll find out next Thursday. That's when the character demo is. Like obviously the range is stupid. Basically, Nintendo just keeps going, hey, here's the next range demon. Here's Violet. Nah. Here's Min Min. Min Min's not enough. Here's Sephiroth. Yeah, like at least from like, I think he's going to have the range, but like not the power of like an Ike or a Dorf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from the movie.
But he's definitely gonna have that speed.
And he seems to have an Arsene mechanic.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, because each and every one of the new freaking DLCs, they introduced a new mechanic, and I'm like, what is his? And that's what it's gonna be. I'm like, okay, yeah, that seems pretty good. You get throw one wing and
the
you can rock
internet
it out.
collectively freaked out with the Mario stab.
Dude, I just went, oh, they just killed what are they? I legit was just like, I was sad for a second.
Really? I was like, yeah.
I busted out laughing. And then I'm like, he's probably hung by the overalls when he was hung by the overalls. But yeah, all the CG shit, like the explosion and Sephiroth walking away from the explosion, I'm just like, dude, editors are going to have a fucking field day with this.
That was quite good.
But
my mindset is always at the beginning of each and every reveal. It's just like, how does Sora fit into this? So when it got slashed and it was just slowly coming apart, I'm like, okay, behind him it's gonna be Kingdom Hearts, and Sora's gonna be like, oh, it's the Kingdom Hearts, y'all, and then he's gonna be like, oh, it's Sora. Sora's here.
Once I saw Sephiroth, I thought it was gonna be Sora attacking him from behind. I honestly did.
This can't be it.
It was like Sephiroth descends. I was like, okay, yeah, it's actually Sephiroth.
So
my mindset is always, how does Sora fit into this? He will one day.
That's your answer.
But again, like I told our little brother and I said on Discord, I don't want him in anymore. I'm off the Sora bandwagon. He's dead. I want him to continue his story over here and then come into Smash. Finish your story. Don't just have a little intermission in between, because that doesn't make any sense. I want continuity.
He's never going to have a finished story if fucking Nomura can help it.
So long as he's alive, that's all that's step one.
Who knows anymore, man? Honest to God, who knows?
They had the things that they showed off, new stage, which actually looks, if hazards are off, looks tournament legal.
If there's tournaments can be allowed for it, who knows?
Yeah. Cloud seems to either have a new Final Smash or a new Final Smash specifically when he's fighting Sephiroth. Don't know yet.
They may have just updated his Smash.
Or what if everybody gets two now?
I mean, it did kind of look like Sephiroth had two.
Yeah, a little bit. And we also know we're at least getting one more Final Fantasy song. Because there's only two in the game right now. I just want some shit from the remake soundtrack Just give me that.
I mean, we're definitely getting the Rock version of fucking One Winged Angel.
Advent One Wing Angel, yeah.
Yeah.
And what was the other thing that I just thought of? Shit.
Oh, that's a
Music.
Final Fantasy reference. I never knew that. Kenny Omega's finisher is called One Wing Angel.
Oh.
I never knew that.
I
I knew V Trigger. I didn't know
Obviously.
that one.
They showed off to if you go to the Smash Bros website, they show all of his alt costumes.
Yeah.
Which all of them are pretty boring, except 2 of them he's shirtless.
If not for those two, he would have overtaken Crom as the worst costumes in the game.
I don't know, man. The thirsty fan base is pretty excited about shirtless Sephiroth.
No, I said if not for those two, because those two are actually quite hype.
Yeah.
Because they're just silly.
But yeah, just all this shit that has come out. Like, I actually ain't surprised. So I was like looking at just like different reactions and stuff to the trailer. I'm actually surprised how many people didn't know the music immediately.
Oh yeah.
As soon as the boom, 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 I'm like, oh shit, really? Like, I just needed to hear 2 of those chords.
You just know.
But yeah, just some people are like, oh, is that Dante? I'm like, are you fucking kidding? This is like,
Well, I didn't know Crash Bandicoot was that strong.
I'm like, this is one of the most recognizable pieces of video game music ever. Oh boy.
One Wing Angel. Thank you, Em, for forgetting that one.
And then just people like DA was retweeting all of these Kirby Sephiroth pictures.
Oh, dude, they're gold.
They're quite. I love them.
They're gold.
One of my favorites is what
his huge sword and the big dumb hair. I like it. I really like it.
So there's just a few too where he's just like floating in the air, like looking down with just blank dead eyes. But one of my favorites was Cloud is like walks up to Sephiroth and like puts his shoulder and was like, Sephiroth, is it really you? And he turns him around and it's Kirby's face on Sephiroth's body. It's just like, oh, sorry, my apologies. But then like, of course, people have now edited Mario out of the picture of him holding it up, so now everybody's putting any character on there.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things that I've seen is, and I'm just a fan of really short, like, screen cut things. Because he holds up Mario in the trailer, then Cloud comes up, they clash swords, and then they break off, and then Mario is still on the sword, and he just flies towards the screen. Someone just added, there's this scream that I think was cut from one of the Mario games, like Sunshine or something, where Mario just screams, Mama! And they just have Mario as he's flying towards the screen, just yelling bloody murder. Kills me every time. It's like a 5-second loop. It's one of those things where I can't stop laughing. But yeah, we will learn more coming up next week. Next announcement was a new Perfect Dark, which I never played the N64 version, but
What?
I know. It's a blemish.
Really?
It is a blemish.
Did you guys not hear about that? Are you being serious legit right now?
Yes, I've never heard that he never played those.
Oh, yeah, no, he's talked about that before. We brought this up before.
That was like GoldenEye, and then you move over.
Yeah,
to
Perfect Dark. Oh, yeah.
Just never had it.
So you never played Zero, so you don't know the
Perfect Dark
travesty that is Perfect Dark Zero.
No.
Yeah, Zero is trash.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, I understand that it's a blemish. But I know how hype this announcement is.
But
even not playing
emulated
the game.
and everything.
Yeah, I know. But yes, they announced a new Perfect Dark. It looks fucking sick too.
They announced it as Microsoft's first next game with a quadruple A studio. That is what they're calling this.
Jim Sterling.
BG, I know tension's a little high right now and we're a little heated.
Microsoft is putting this out there as their first big solo party game under a quadruple A
I can
studio.
totally see Phil Spencer saying that too,
Uh-huh.
with like his shit smirking grin.
I saw that, and the first comment on the tweet below the article was, "This game better look better than Red Dead 2 and The Witcher 3 combined and make Cyberpunk look like a Fisher-Price toy."
Well, Cyberpunk is doing that well on its own.
Yeah. It's just fine in that department. It's already a third of the way there.
Big patch, so it's fixing some stuff.
Yeah, they're fixing the epilepsy first. That's what
No,
they're fixing.
the first thing they're fixing is the music for streamer mode.
No. The patch that just got announced today is fixing the epilepsy triggering scenes.
Okay. Well, they fixed epilepsy, folks. It's no longer a problem.
Yep.
So you're all cured. You heard it here first.
So back to the announcements. We have a reveal trailer for Back 4 Blood from the original makers of Left 4 Dead.
Game looks great.
It
Trailer
looks
looks
like
great
an
as fuck.
amazing new update to Left 4 Dead. I'm all for it. That's like the one thing, like once maybe like every half year I'm down to play Left 4 Dead, but I played it so much when it came out that I'm just like, I've done this before.
Yeah, even with mods and stuff, it's just like,
Yes.
I've played it multiple times over the past few years with Amber, Kelly, and assorted other friend groups. It's still fun to run through, but it does weigh.
Yeah.
on
So
you.
like once this comes out, boy, like
Oh,
Kelly,
we in there.
Amber, like all of at all times we will be playing this for a couple months.
See, Mike says this, and then we all get online to play, and we're just like, "Hey, Mike, where are you?" "Oh, I'm mowing the lawn."
I mean, I did do that today because it was actually nice out.
There we go. See, the prophecy is fulfilled.
Next game, the Callisto Protocol, the Callisto Protocol, which is a spiritual successor and from the original director of Dead Space.
it looked dead spacey.
Actual legit sequel to Dead Space as far as the type of game.
Spiritual successor.
Yes,
yes.
there you go. That's the wording.
Yeah. Just give me a
I'm
means
in there
of
for that
defending myself, and I will piss my pants throughout this game. I will
Oh,
play it.
really? So can we get you to record some playthroughs with that game?
Yeah, as long as it's like the gameplay and stuff like that is akin to Dead Space.
Mike, I will take a weekend off and drive to Columbus for that.
Okay.
Yeah, we got 2 years until it, so there's plenty of time.
Oh, I'll be on that bitch. I'll be there for that.
All right. Open Roads, not like, oh no, this is the, sorry, I'm confusing this game. It's like, it almost looks like a visual novel type thing where it's just like their grandmother left behind like some secrets and like she was apparently a thief or something. Story-based.
It seems very telltale-y.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We have a teaser for the new Dragon Age, but it's a teaser. What more can you
Dragon
say?
Age.
Endless Dungeon announcement trailer. Excuse me. It's no real interest for me, but that happened. There was a gameplay trailer for Crimson Desert. This looks really cool. For at least to me. Anyone else have any interest in this, or am I just going to be talking about it?
Oh yeah, just talk about it.
Okay.
Because your boys got zilcho, except boy, that bit was moving at like 12 frames a second.
Yeah, that's like my only gripe. Where once it went into like the combat, things got a little iffy. But the combat is like a more like fast-paced action version of The Witcher. Is like the best way I feel like I can describe it. But the world looks cool. Just all the stuff you can do in the game looks cool. And because I think it's like a single player driven, but it's in an MMO world, so you can still team up with people. And there was actually like team combos that you could do, like throw an enemy at another enemy and they just like hack an axe into him in midair. I'm going to be looking at development updates to this game a lot. It looks really cool. Probably end up playing it with my roommates because I know Brian is super interested in this too. Season, which was the game I was originally thinking of for the open roads. Another story-based game. Seems like exploration. You're on a bike and you're like cataloging different stuff. I am a sucker for aesthetic, and this game has a very nice aesthetic. So see more stuff on that. There was an announcement for Arc 2 starring Vin Diesel. Speaking of 12 frames per second, those animations rough in that trailer. As well as they announced a animated series based in the Arc universe with a bunch of names. I know Gerard Butler was the one that stuck out to me.
Don't care. I don't care about actors doing voices. I don't care. I don't care that Will Smith is a fish. I don't care.
Who cares?
Will Smith is a fish.
Just get a good voice for them and move on.
The My Little Pony movie. It's got some people in there. It's got Taye Diggs, Emma Roberts. Some Emma, I don't care. But it's all just the celebrities on the title and none of the actual voice actresses. It's like Tara Strong's a name in her own right. There's a bunch of people, but it's just like celebrities. It's ridiculous. I hate it.
A game called Fist, which is an acronym. I forget what the acronym is, but it's like animal people. You're a bunny dude who has a giant robo arm on his back. It's like a side scroller, hack and slash type game. Odyssey Elite.
Yeah, you're a child.
What?
He started snickering once you said fished.
Oh.
I could have been laughing at something at my phone. You don't know that.
No, you're not.
You don't know that.
Where are you laughing at
I
something?
was not, but I could have. Don't you just call me out like that? Embarrass me in front of everybody.
Odyssey Elite Dangerous, which was like a purely ship-based combat game, if I'm not mistaken. Now there you can get out of the ships, and there's like a first-person shooter aspect to it. That got shown off. A Evil Dead game got revealed. There was a gameplay trailer for Returnal. That looks super good too.
Yeah.
And that's,
yeah.
I was like, that
was the first time we saw gameplay for it.
Yeah. And that's DA's Time Junk.
Time Junk? Excuse me?
You've not seen it?
Oh, yeah. Basically, this woman's on the planet. Every time she dies, she just comes back through a door. It's just like, can I do it right this time?
Okay.
You say that, but I'm still waiting on in 12 minutes, which is where you at?
That does seem like a very interesting.
Outriders, Mantra of Survival. Didn't care. It Takes Two, from the developer of No Way Out. Actually looks super interesting. This dude, every time he shows up is always a treat. I forget the director's name. But moving on, we got Elder Scrolls Online, new expansion, Gates of Oblivion. Gameplay play trailer for the Monster Hunter that's coming out on the Switch. We got Ruined King, a League of Legends story. Who cares? And then, I think this list is missing stuff. Oh, there's a new Among Us map shown off.
That looks really fun.
That map looked ridiculous.
Really...
Everyone is coming to Fortnite. They're just throwing everything.
Oh yeah.
At this
Dude,
game.
I opened my PS5 and Master Chief was there, and I went, "What the?"
So, on the note of that, apparently Ninja has some part of this whole thing. He's a part of the whole situation, I guess. My brother tweeted out to congratulate Ninja and talk about, how cool it is for Halo and Fortnite to, come together in this way. And Ninja commented and retweeted it.
There.
It was a small thing that may have excited my brother a little bit, and I believe last time I checked his tweet, is that 2,000 likes?
He needs to drop his mixtape immediately.
He dropped his fucking Twitch stream.
That's what you do.
There you go. Yeah, they had
I worked for my retweets.
I
didn't just tweet at Ninja, bum.
Added Master Chief. They added Blood Gulch with the little skit from RVB.
3K. Thank you, Amber. Holy shit. That popped off more.
And then they added a couple characters from Walking Dead. This is after Kratos was released.
And available for all platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know how Sony do.
Yep. And then the last thing that was announced was a official teaser that a Mass Effect game following the actual continuity with Shepard and what have you is in development.
Mass Effect 4.
Seemingly.
Mass Effect 4.
I gotta say, while it's like, all right, cool, a much better final announcement than last year.
Last year wasn't fair. Because last year they had something else. I think it was Nintendo, actually. They were supposed to announce something, and then at the very last second, they were like, eh.
Yeah.
It might have been Metroid, matter of fact. It might have been something Metroid.
Probably.
And then they were just like, it's not going to be ready. So they just had to scramble for like a last second boy.
And that game, that Fast and Furious game came out too.
Came and went like a fart in the wind.
Booty reviews.
I saw one like a game something. Dude, it was hilarious and it looked awful.
Mm-hmm.
A question.
Mm-hmm.
Besides Mike and I, have either of you two played the Mass Effect trilogy?
Of course.
Okay.
We talked about it before.
I know, but I want to just make sure for continuity's sake.
DA sat there and watched me play Andromeda.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that now. Pain. It's painful. So, expectations going into the announcement of probability of it just being called 4.
0.
Yeah, like
no expectations.
This is current BioWare.
Yeah, I can't remember the last thing BioWare has made where I went, wow, I had a very good time playing that.
The last thing that they made was Anthem. So
the last thing I think I enjoyed by them was maybe Dragon Age.
Okay.
I would say Dragon Age 2 was the last thing that I enjoyed from them.
Really? Didn't Mass Effect 2 come out after that?
Maybe it did. So I guess then Mass Effect 3. Really? Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I enjoyed playing The Old Republic.
So no expectations.
Yeah,
no...
I have negative expectations, to be honest.
So you're not of the mindset that I've been seeing people talking about that they are going to go with Mass Effect 4 as their revival arc.
No!
Sure, but that implies that there's any goodwill left, and there is none. From me, anyway. Andromeda was a shit show. Anthem was a dumpster fire. Like,
good to know.
And on top of all that, they're still owned by EA. So I'm not buying the game.
Oh, okay. I that's the reaction I was hoping for.
So perfect. Yeah, like, sure, if it gets good reviews in that, I'll play it. Probably.
Somehow.
Yes.
Yar.
But yeah, I have, and it's the same thing with Dragon Age. I have no expectations of that game because all we got was a cinematic trailer. It's like, oh, it's a new Dragon Age game. But until I see gameplay.
And EA are the masters of being salesmen.
Mm-hmm.
They will present you a bow wrapped present and it's just inside. But it's like, look at the wrapping. Look at nothing.
Okay.
Like, again, Fallen Order was very good. If EA was hands off with that game, they let Respawn do their thing.
And the original 1313 got canceled because they were like, nobody plays single player Star Wars.
So yeah, if EA can be fucking hands off, and if BioWare does return to form, great. But the last two projects that, and I could even say three, just because I know Inquisition was
not good,
mixed,
not good
reception. Their last two projects were awful.
So, what color endings are we hoping to get in Mass Effect 4? I'm personally pulling for purple. So,
I would like a cyan green mixed with like a verdant yellow.
Okay.
Which, thinking on the combination, is probably vomit colored.
Yeah.
There's only two ways they can do this.
You're right.
That never happened. Or B, we're just picking one of the endings and just going with it and we're going to fix this.
Oh yeah, the true ending. Shepard, essentially goes into the ether and the entire existence gets melded into machine and flesh. That's the true ending.
What a terrible third game.
Oh yeah. Game 3 ended like garbage.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing, just because everything up until that ending was good. The individual storylines were good. Of all the races.
Pick a color.
And then that fucking ending.
Pick a color.
That was... I just recall being, like, going from so high and in 30 minutes going so low.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. The last little thing that I have, too, is we kind of talked on it earlier. Cyberpunk 2077. So many glitches. My personal favorite is the penis glitch.
Penis glitch? Inform me on that.
So, people are finding out that they modeled the penis of your male characters. And if you make it big enough, glitches through your pants. You can just have your dong flapping in the breeze.
Oh boy.
It is fantastic. Because like that's like the thing too, where it's just like, oh, it's just like this thing. It is rendered. They textured a penis.
Good on them. Somebody had to do it.
And then the other one that I saw is like in some people's games, there are just mini trees all over the city, inside of buildings, on walls.
See, the one that I keep seeing is that at every point in the game, so there is no place that is safe. It goes straight up Assassin's Creed Unity. No, just straight up eyeballs.
That is specific, at least from what I've been reading, that is more on first-gen current consoles. A lot of caveats.
I've watched 3 different streamers who stream on high-end PCs, Mike. It's happened to all of them.
Okay. It's a very unoptimized game.
They went on crunch.
It's completely unoptimized. I watched one streamer get out of their car for a mission, but it bugged. So the mission didn't start. He slid out the passenger side instead of the driver's side, and then his body noodled and did the Battlefield 4 bug where he fucking wormed while his gun floated at the actual height and his body went serpentine. And it wiggled into the map area, and he had to actually get himself murdered for the game to reload.
Well, it's just a body mod that he got in the game. That's just a feature, Ralph.
Okay, Mike.
Okay. And that is the onslaught of fucking news that we got. There's probably more shit that got announced from other things.
More Star Wars.
More Star Wars.
No, more Star Wars.
But yeah,
I
I will say for this Game Awards, but as BG stated at the beginning, announcement wise was actually super good. This has been the best Game Awards in maybe since probably ever. Like the next one that I can think of is the Joker reveal for Smash.
that was pretty hype.
But
That I do. The second Morgana said we've been invited, I knew it was Smash.
yeah, actually, yeah, I was in call with Ralph and Amber.
Yep.
And just as soon as the envelope turned around, I freaked out.
He did.
I was
I don't know.
asleep.
Do you guys have any expectation for the final two characters? Or is it three?
Final three.
Any expectations?
None. Like I wasn't expecting Sephiroth, to be perfectly honest, just because of how much they dicked Cloud in this game, where they're like, we brought him over and 2 songs, and that is it. I did not think that they were gonna get anything else.
Okay. BG,
Yeah,
DA.
I don't think it's going to be Gino because it's not enough hype. He has his fan base, but he was in one game 30 years ago.
Man,
Nobody really
and
cares.
Baelith or whatever that character's
Violet.
name is making it.
It's a Nintendo character. Like that is
Yeah.
the exception. Is a Nintendo character.
He could be the very next character, and it's like it's 2 more hype characters coming. He could be the Terry, because nobody's super hyped for Terry. It's just like,
No.
oh, that's super cool.
I think that they're going safe choices. You're going to get your Cashes. You're going to get your Halo, dude. You might get
Master Chief.
I personally, unless it's Sora, I know I said I'm off the Sora bandwagon, but there will always be a little piece of me just like, if you walk, yeah, no,
Okay. So you are still pulling for Sora.
He has one.
no,
He has one foot in the wagon still.
I'm not pulling for Sora. I would like him to be in it, but I'm not expecting.
He
Now-
gives Sora his support.
Yes, that is a good way to put it.
So
I am anti BG, where every single game announcement he's like, but what about Dragoon though? I'm like, if Sora comes, I would be happy, but I would not.
Do you know
So-
in he would like and there's gonna be a remake of a fan favorite game from the past, and literally for 0.8 seconds I went, huh? And then I went, it's not gonna be Dragoon. What am I talking about?
So a question arises then because of that. We expect at the very final one, because this is the final round of new characters for Smash, right?
Correct.
That's been
So-
announced.
Yes.
Okay. So do we think that the last one will be the hypest of the list?
Has to be.
So who would be a more hype end character than Sora, in your guys' opinions?
Literally nobody.
For me, nobody as well.
BG.
Does it have to be somebody in video games, or can it be?
That is the rule. That is the rule. They had
The
to
rule
appear
of
in
video games.
Was that the rule for period for DLC characters, or for the last round?
Characters.
Okay.
Smash character. General.
That's what I was saying, because I don't know if that was just for that round.
No, it's all game. That's it.
Someone more hyped than Sora. Think about that. Blinks the cat.
Because we can all here agree that
Honestly, since I don't care about Sora, and because I think the fight set would be super interesting, the Prince from Prince of Persia.
Prince from Prince of Persia.
Not a bad one.
Okay.
I would be very interested to see some type of time junk in his powers.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
Anyone?
And they have that remake coming out soon.
But do you think that would be more hype? than Sora?
No. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying as somebody that does not care about Sora, and a character that would get me more hype than Sora. I understand the hypeness of Sora, and as far as I'm concerned, there will probably be no other character anybody could play.
The only other thing I could possibly say that I could consider them believing would fulfill that quota of hype end list character for now that would be better than Sora, at least in their eyes, because it's also very in the current situation when it comes to media and whatnot, would be Geralt from the Witcher series.
He was in Soul Calibur, so it's just like,
No.
Oh, you're right. He
The
was
only
in
the
Soul
only
Calibur.
other character I could see generating the same amount of hype in my mind is Master Chief. That's the only other one, just from a general hype perspective.
no, honestly, I could see a Mortal Kombat character generating some stupid hype.
Scorpion, Sub-Zero,
Yeah.
I was thinking that.
Raiden.
I don't think it would happen, but I could see them being as hype as.
Who's the character they bring from Mortal Kombat?
I would think Sub.
Sub.
I would think
Sub
so,
is a lot safer than Scorp.
All of a sudden, it's so.
He's not lame as Liu Kang.
How would you react, BG?
Yeah,
if someone
Liu Kang
Cassie
would-
Cage.
I would love it, but they would never do that.
No.
First off, she's not enough in the MK mythos to be like, yeah, let's bring over Cassie. That's
You
not-
gotta,
I would
gotta
love
make
it.
more hype. You got to make
I
it
would-
more hype. It's up to you.
Yeah, I would make, dude. I would. You don't know. I love me some Cassie, but it ain't happening. And I accept that.
All of a sudden, the last announcement is the main lead from Legend of Dragoon, and that's when they announced a remake.
I'd enjoy. Okay, here's characters I think could potentially be hype. Not as hype as Sora. Because again, I honestly do not believe there could be a type of Sora.
Okay.
Lara Croft,
Okay.
since she's owned by Square Enix too, and Square Enix has put a lot of their characters in there.
I would like Cat from Gravity Rush.
Cat would be the hypest, yeah.
That would be pretty fun. She would.
For
be
me,
cool.
It would be the hypest character.
Okay.
But as far as like Sony properties, they're not gonna. They'd be like Ellie or about you. Give me Cat.
Cole from Infamous.
Yeah, I don't care about y'all.
I genuinely do hope it is Sora, though.
Yeah, to me.
But
like,
you know, you got to get past that Disney.
there's
And that Disney wall is the most critical thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because it's clear Square Enix is willing to play ball. They've thrown like 4 characters in there. They don't care.
yeah.
Like, that would be a great end cap for this run. And all of a sudden, you just see the Kingdom Hearts logo, and Sora just comes in and does some bullshit.
Because that's the biggest thing too, where it's just like the character has to be one hype, but like a big component that people just like don't think about is like the game has to have good music.
And Kingdom Hearts has spectacular
Correct.
music.
Like the other ones that like are up there, but I'd be like, okay. I know a lot of people would want the Doomslayer. I know Dante's up there.
People
Dante
really
is up
want Dante.
Dante is up there, yes.
Kratos would be pretty fucking hype,
Mhm.
but again, that's Sony, so I don't think they would throw him over there.
I don't know about that.
It's very possible.
Skullomania. Let's go with Skullomania.
Oh, did you see the costume for G? That is
You got
Skullomania.
Skullomania?
Dude, it's just straight Skullomania.
Oh, G would be the person to give it to.
Also, actually, now I'm thinking about it. With Sephiroth coming out, of course, there's going to be new Mii costumes. There better fucking be a Tifa Brawler and a Barrett Gunner. That's all I'm saying. It would be a crime if they didn't.
Straight up Reno baton wielder.
I mean, another character that I really wanted, but was officially deconfirmed last fucking thing was Travis Touchdown.
Yeah, that was weak sauce.
Yeah.
Because that would have been the hype. Yo.
Yes. And, like, to me, like, the top 3 for me are, like, Sora, Dante, Chief. Like, those are the top 3 in my head as far as, like, stuff that I would want to be excited
Chief are
about.
good ones.
I
You
can
want
see
a
them.
weird one?
Okay.
Nemesis.
Ha.
Ooh.
I can see them being like, we have 5, but we snuck in that 6th one, and that 6th one is Waluigi.
People
There you
would
go.
actually, you know what?
No,
That
people
would
will
be
go nuts.
people would fucking freak.
People will go
Oh, yeah.
nuts.
Cause, dude, when Sephiroth got announced, Waluigi was trending.
Look at the time of every DLC announcement, Waluigi is trending every fucking time. It's nuts.
People
Yeah,
would
like
appreciate
Sora
Waluigi.
and then Waluigi, I think, are neck and neck as far as hypeness.
Oh yeah, the other one I wanted to mention was Shepard from Mass Effect.
Yes. That is a good one. Huh, I didn't think about Shepard. It would fit. Great music, great game, great design, great levels.
Mhm.
Fight on a
New
Reaper.
game coming out,
Yep,
remake coming out.
that'd be hype.
Another
And
one,
alt skins, male or female Shepard.
another one that you got to knock down the Disney walls for would be Star Killer.
Yeah,
Oh, from Star Wars.
yeah.
Yeah.
Celeste.
They haven't really gone indie though, at least for characters. They've done,
Yeah, me
Mii
costumes. I would love Celeste. I love that game.
I don't know. I'm pulling for Sora just because that would be
What
the
other
hypest
Nintendo
of polls.
properties? Like, even like, because I mean, Final Cloud was represented already in the game, and then they went with Sephiroth, so they could obviously do that for people that are in the game already, and adding new characters from those games. Like maybe Porky from Earthbound, like that's.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of games that don't have too much rep, or at least like they don't have a villain.
But that'd be one of the ones they bring out before the last.
Yeah. I'm just.
I was just asking
this is
about
pure
who we think would
speculation.
make a.
This is pure speculation mode I'm in now.
Yeah, I'm thinking of who could they use as the finale hype train besides Sora.
Another one that I would personally really like is like a new Pokemon trainer from a different gen.
That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting.
Like which gen? Well, actually, right off the bat, you can't do Gen 6 and 7 because there are reps already in the roster with Incineroar, or 5 and 6, I should say, with Incineroar and Greninja. But you got 2 through 4. And, and the newest game.
If we're sticking with the whole, they're already in here. Knuckles or Tails would be good.
Knuckles, I can say. Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog. Gun.
No, I'm thinking Rouge the Bat.
Shadow the motherfucking Hedgehog. Or Silver.
Oof.
But let's face it, the best meme would be for Shadow.
Oh yeah, people would.
Literally freak the fuck
His
out.
B move is also called Gun.
I can also see Raiden.
I mean,
Yeah, I can see
what?
Raiden.
I was gonna say like Konami is being stingy, but Castlevania's in it, so they already have a working relationship with Konami.
And Snake is in it.
So, in that case, Dracula.
He's a boss already in the game, so I would put a Nix in.
All right, it's been 2 hours. Wrap
Yeah.
this shit up.
Yeah. Okay,
So we
speculation train.
got a speculation. All right, Fact Man.
15 facts about the Lion King.
Oh,
no.
God.
Number 1.
That one sucks.
Number 2.
A hyena researcher sued Disney for defamation of character for its portrayal of animals in the film. I can't imagine that lawsuit turned out well for him, but
I
He's
own
stuck by his
hyenas.
hyenas are
my-
nice. So all this
I fight for my friends. Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
What is
Yo,
what
people
is
are
the
fucking
end
dumb.
goal then?
People are fucking
Change the movie, damn it.
Like,
So-
what do you win?
Is this original Lion King or live action?
OG.
Oh, that's even worse.
This is before PC culture was a thing.
Well, no.
This kids movie with talking animals not properly represent hyenas. Sorry.
Excuse me?
Hmm.
Like, that.
They don't talk.
That argument has a little more weight when it's like actual realistic looking hyena. But it's a fucking cartoon.
Hey, this hyena with anime eyes is not correctly fucking represented. Could you make it a little bit more scary?
Hyenas aren't black people.
Black people aren't black people. Come on.
It's
now.
just the races.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
That's it. Blacks can't act. Get it out of this fucking hyena. They're worth more than that. It's like, whoa, sir, I'm gonna need you to leave the courtroom.
All right.
If you were referring to Section 8, the blacks.
All right.
Get out of this bitch! Go it out!
Christ.
I need a bigger gavel. I need to
You're
drop
still
this.
talking!
All right.
Ooh,
With that,
okay,
thank
we're done
everybody
here.
for tuning into this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. We will see you next week.
Later.